EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for August 3rd, 2021. We are getting very close to the start of Music Fest, which is in a couple of days. Preview night is this Thursday. EPAWA is the official weather forecast provider for Music Fest, so we have a big hand in that. We'll be kicking that off this Thursday, and then it'll be going through the following Sunday. So we'll be very busy with that coming up shortly. But today's forecast video is sponsored by the Reading Fightin' Phils, as it is every Tuesday throughout the season. They are on the road this week. They are playing the Richmond Flying Squirrels on the road. They'll be back again next Tuesday to take on the Akron Rubber Ducks, and that game is going to be starting a little bit earlier at 6:45 p.m. because we have a very special night scheduled for at First Energy Stadium with the Baseball Town Hall of Fame induction of Carlos Ruiz, former Phillies All-Star catcher and World Series champion, will be inducted into the Baseball Town Hall of Fame that evening, and followed by fireworks right after that. So get your tickets at rphils.com for that. It's going to be a pretty good night and a pretty good series coming up next week, coming home again to take on the Akron Rubber Ducks. Such great names in minor league baseball, I'll tell you. You get the Flying Squirrels this week and the Rubber Ducks next week. Anyway, so we got kind of an interesting situation this week here with the weather, and it's not necessarily going to be a wet week. Earlier in the week, there's some speculation about some areas of low pressure moving along the frontal boundary. We're still going to have that. We have a boundary that's stalled offshore that's going to be moving toward the coastline over the next couple of days in the Tuesday to Thursday time frame. And there will be areas of low pressure, very weak areas of low pressure, moving along that boundary. The first of which is going to be today. But it's going to be far enough east where maybe the coastal areas get scraped by that and get a quick shower or two right along the immediate coastline. That's it. The rest of us, we're going to have plenty of clouds, but not looking at any precipitation. As we get over to the NAM simulated satellite first, I want to take a look at this because this shows you the extensive cloud cover. Now, we have mostly cloudy here in the interior, mainly overcast farther south and east, closest to that frontal boundary today. So a big difference from yesterday. Yesterday was absolutely gorgeous. Today, temperatures are going to be there, similar, 78 to 82, both the next couple of days, but mostly cloudy skies both of those days because of this frontal boundary in close proximity and kind of backing toward the coast. So it's not going to be like that for everywhere. We'll start off that way, and then in the interior, far interior, late in the day, you get out here in central Pennsylvania, you'll see some sun here at the end of the day here. But further east, you're probably going to be stalking the clouds overnight, and again here on Wednesday for most of the day. Here's a look at Wednesday. You get those clouds again here Wednesday morning, but then maybe later in the day here, the eastern areas will get a break and you'll get a sunset out of it toward the end of the day here on Wednesday. So as far as precipitation is concerned, the NAM is not thrilled with anything other than a stray shower right along the immediate coastline, right at the beach point. So if you're not at the beach this weekend, not going to be, or the next couple of days is not going to be very good. You'll have plenty of clouds to deal with, but also the threat of a shower here on Tuesday. Not a real big chance for a shower there. Wednesday should be okay, and then we get into late Wednesday or Wednesday night. We have a couple more showers right along the immediate coastline right here. So this is a change from yesterday. We were talking about maybe the trend is going to be towards Thursday being a little bit more wet. It doesn't look like that now. Okay, so everything's trending the opposite direction toward the European model solution, to the GFS solution, which was a further offshore solution. So here's that little bit of slight grays here on Wednesday here on the European model, just like the NAM has. And again here on Thursday, but you see the interior is high and dry this entire time. This is the same thing you're going to see on the GFS, same thing you're going to see in the Canadian model. And actually, to be quite honest, if I'm being totally forthcoming with you, the Canadian model was the driest initially with this upcoming week, and it looks like everything kind of caved to it. Okay, so that's a little bit strange, because usually the Canadian model is not as good as the other two, but in this case, this week, it looks like it's going to work out. So it does look like it's going to be mostly dry this week. And that boundary is going to eventually dissipate toward the end of the week as high pressure builds in, and then Friday we get back to mostly sunny skies. So just to recap there, I know I breezed through that. It looks like the interior is going to be dry this entire time. Okay, when you get close to the shore points, you have an opportunity for a shower Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right along the immediate shore points. Maybe a little bit inland, but not much across southern New Jersey and Delaware. But I don't think it's going to get northwest of I-95. In terms of showers, you're just cloudy or mostly cloudy for most of that stretch. You might have some peaks of sun in there mixed in. But then once we get to Friday, high pressure builds in, and we will have temperatures rebound into the mid to upper 80s for highs. And you're also going to have mostly sunny skies here on Friday, so we get a return of that. But we're also going to increase the humidity as we get late in the week and also over the weekend. Now, this weekend's not going to be screaming heat yet. We're going to have that come in, but not quite this weekend. I think the weekend's going to be mid to upper 80s for highs. Still very warm. And here's Saturday. We have just an isolated chance for a thunderstorm in a few spots here on Saturday. Not a real big deal until you get maybe in the overnight. You might have a few showers with that as that moves through. But then Sunday you have another isolated chance for a thunderstorm in a few spots. Same thing here on Monday, although the European models aren't really showing that. Just because the air mass is going to be a lot more humid, a lot more moisture laden. So it won't take much for just a pop-up shower or a thunderstorm. Just isolated, not a real big deal. And locking forcing in that time frame too, so it's not going to be anything organized. Probably pulsars is what you're dealing with, just with that southwesterly flow coming in and the increased temperatures and humidity levels. We'll have the opportunity for just a diurnally driven quick shower or thunderstorm, and that's it. Okay, so most of this period, entire period, is dry for our 7-day period, which goes through Monday. Once we get to the Sunday, Monday time frame, temperatures are going to be approaching the 90-degree mark and probably getting into the 90s by the time we get into Monday, and that's probably going to last through at least midweek, but more likely mid to late week. That we have a threat of reaching 90 degrees or higher. So it's going to be a heat wave in some places next week. I think many areas will see very close to, if not exceeding 90 degrees once we get to Monday and beyond. So it looks like the work week next week is going to be pretty toasty, and a return of summer-like conditions. If you're not a fan of what we've had the last couple of days, which is very temperate conditions, and the same thing's going to continue over the next couple of days, even though the clouds are going to dominate, it's still going to be temperatures held in check straight through Thursday. If you're not a fan of that, and you really want to, hey, it's summer, I want it to feel like summer, well, you're going to feel that next week, certainly, with the heat and humidity returning. I'm EPA meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is your outlook for August 3rd, 2021. Have a great Tuesday.